Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be reacting to Wait for It. This is a song from the Hamilton Broadway musical. This is the lyrical video, and then after this we'll also be reacting to the animatic that's been made for it. So, I'm really looking forward to this. Let's get started. Let's just jump right into it. I don't have anything to say right off the bat, so let's go. 3 minutes, 16 seconds. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, there he is, Bo.
Theodosia writes me a letter every day. I'm keeping her bed warm while her husband is away. He's on the British side in Georgia. He's trying to keep the colonies in line. Well, he can keep all of Georgia. Theodosia, she's mine. Love doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep loving anyway. We laugh and we cry and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason, I'm by her side. So many have tried, and I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. My grandfather was a fire and brimstone preacher. But there are things that the homilies and hymns won't teach you. My mother was a genius. My father commanded respect. When they died, they left no instructions, just a legacy to protect. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep living anyway. We rise and we fall and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm still alive when everyone who loves me has died, I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. I am the one thing in life I can control. I am inimitable, I am inoriginal. I'm not falling behind or running late. I'm not standing still, I am lying wait. Hamilton faces an endless uphill climb. He has something to prove, he has nothing to lose. Hamilton's race is relentless, he wastes no time. What is it like in his shoes? Hamilton doesn't hesitate, he exhibits no restraint. He takes and he takes and he takes, and he keeps winning anyway. Changes the game, plays and he raises the stakes. And if there's a reason he seems to thrive when so few survive, then God damn it, I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Life doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. We rise and we break and fall. And if there's a reason I'm still alive when so many have died, then I'm willing to wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it,
Wow, that was fantastic. I really liked. I keep saying this with each of the songs because I feel like they change the pace in every single song for the mood of what's going on. But I really like the change of pace in this as well. It's really kind of because this is the first time we've really got Aaron Burr on his own doing a mostly solo song, which is really cool to see. Actually, I did not expect that, and it's really cool to see that there's like it's a much more reserved song, both in the lyrics and also, he's waiting for it. He's going to wait for it. He's going to be patient. Um, both he's reserved with that with the lyrics. He's also reserved in the kind of the vibe of the song is a lot more toned down. Is a lot more reserved. The classic Aaron Burr that we've kind of come to know so far. And it really shows like in this, and I feel like that's a really good compliment to his character. Um, in kind of understanding his mindset and what's going through his head and all that sort of stuff. Um, some really good. There's some really powerful lines in there, such as well. To be honest, it's all pretty powerful, isn't it? Um, I'm not gonna find it now. But yeah, that was really good. I was very impressed with that. It was really cool to see like an actual solo kind of song, even though there's obviously backing singers that are kind of echoing what he's saying. It's very minimal. Like there's not much going on. It's kind of all focused on him. There's a couple people sat around that increases as the song goes on. And even like they have very limited sort of dance moves they do during that. So it's yeah, it to me it comes across as a very reserved song, and I think that complements his personality really well. From what I understand of him so far, anyway, I could be way off mark there, but yeah, and you can kind of see the sort of content for Hamilton coming in here, like this camera shot. Whoever set this up, this was a really good camera shot. This is fantastic because it's like a punching on his face. You can kind of see the content on his face when he's talking about Hamilton. He doesn't like what Hamilton really stands for. He doesn't like how he goes about things. We know that Hamilton's taken a lot of his opportunities. Um, oh well, I think a couple opportunities anyway in the past, and Hamilton is basically the opposite of him. In like everything except for what their goals are trying to achieve, if that makes sense. Like they're both trying to be the right hand man of Washington and all that. Anyway, let's move on to the animatic. That was really good. This shot again, I'm very impressed. Like the camera work on this was really well done. Because if you think about it, he's on a stage. He could be anywhere on the stage, and they had either this was planned or it was kind of just spur of the moment, kind of punch in. Either way, I'm really impressed with that. Let's go. Let's turn on subtitles. Yep. Off we go.
Theodosia writes me a letter every day. I'm keeping her bed warm while her husband is away. He's on the British side in Georgia. He's trying to keep the colonies in line. Well, he can keep all of Georgia. Theodosia, she's mine. Love doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep loving anyway. We laugh and we cry and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm by her side, and so many have tried, then I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. My grandfather was a fire and brimstone preacher. But there are things that the homilies and hymns won't teach you. My mother was a genius. My father commanded respect. When they died, they left no instructions, just a legacy to protect. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep living anyway. We rise and we fall and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm still alive when everyone who loves me has died, I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. What is it like in his shoes? Hamilton doesn't hesitate. He exhibits no restraint. Takes and he takes and he takes, and he keeps winning anyway. Changes the game, plays and he raises the stakes. And if there's a reason he seems to thrive and so few survive, then goddammit, I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Life doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we give it anyway. We rise and we fall and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm still alive and so many have died, then I'm willing to wait for it.
That was so good. I feel like he caught a lot of the emotion in that
Some
really well.
screaming baby.
Oops, didn't mean to do that. He caught a lot of the emotion in this animation like perfectly. It comes across slightly differently in this one, and obviously the live action one. In my head, I kind of interpret it as is showing a lot of discontent. Like he doesn't like Hamilton, whereas in this one, it kind of came across that he thinks it's unfair that Hamilton is able to act the way he does, where anyone else in that position that would act that way would be just thrown out. They would, be a laughing stock. But Hamilton is somehow just he's succeeding succession after succession after succession. Um, and it's obviously to him this is really unfair. Because like yeah, like I said before, he's very reserved. He's trying to protect his family's legacy. He doesn't want to take those risks to lose that legacy, um, or to shame that legacy. Sorry. And yeah, like it's such a beautiful song, really, isn't it? Like yeah, it's a really nice song, both in the message and yeah, there's a lot of I feel like there's quite a lot of mixed emotions in that. I think that's part of the point. Um, yeah, I'm interested to see how this manifests in the like after this as well. Like what are the future interactions between Hamilton and Burr, um, and sort of how those play out. Is Hamilton always going to be getting that step ahead, or is it going to be just going to flip around, or what? At the moment, it kind of feels like it's being set up so because Hamilton's just going to keep succeeding, and basically Burr's just going to keep getting the brunt of that. He's going to keep losing these opportunities and not really progressing. Um, and yeah, as I was saying before, how it's kind of like they're kind of the polar opposites. Like he comes from a very rich family, very respected family, um, and Hamilton comes from a very poor family. However, they both share the same. Obviously, their parents passed away, um, and then it kind of yeah. I suppose it's interesting. It's a very interesting dynamic. Um, oh, I don't think I have anything more to say about this specifically. But by the way, just so you know, whenever I'm looking over here, I'm looking at my recording software that's on another monitor. The recording software shows me like what's on the screen, so I can still see what's happening on the video. I'm usually just checking to make sure that both sound and that it is actually recording. Which is why I tend to look over a few times just to make sure everything's running okay. But yeah, don't worry if you think I've missed something because I've looked over here. I'm also looking at the video whilst also checking that stuff out on that side. Anyway, I'm gonna end it there. That was a really good. That was a really powerful song, I think. Really powerful and really defining and kind of understanding Burr a little bit more. Um, Again, I could be completely off base, but that's how I'm interpreting it. Let me know if I'm wrong, or what your interpretations are. That'd be interesting as well. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Hope you enjoyed watching, and yeah, I will see you next time. Goodbye.